Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sentinel Sports Extra, Cleveland Guardians Weekly Report. No analytics here. I'm Tim Shire, founder and publisher of the Lake County Sentinel. We don't need analytics to tell us. I'm going to be blunt here, blunt and frank. We don't need analytics to tell us that right now the Cleveland Guardians stink. They are a horrible baseball team. Think of how much worse they would be if the starting pitching wasn't pretty good. The offense is a complete and total joke. Don't let front office mouthpiece Stephen Vogt keep telling you we just weren't ourselves tonight. No, you were yourselves. The Guardians are an historically bad offense. The Guardians went 9-16 in June. Record-wise, that is the worst month the Guardians have had since they went 7-14 in 2015. The worst record-wise June since 2009. Okay? That month they scored 129 runs. This month they scored 72. So do we want to know the last time the Cleveland baseball team, that's right, the Cleveland baseball team scored 72 runs or less in a month? Do we want to know? I'll give you a hint. Progressive Field did not exist yet. The last time Cleveland, the Indians, scored less than 72 runs in a month, 1991. 1991 was the last time they scored less than 72 runs in a month. They went 57-105 that year, and it won't happen this year because the front office loves analytics, and so does Stephen Vogt. But June of 1991 was the final nail in the coffin of Tribe manager John McNamara, who was fired at the All-Star break. And Mike Hargrove took over. So the last time an offense was this bad in 1 month, the manager was fired. We know it won't happen this year because Chris Antonetti and Mike Chernoff and the front office is obsessed with analytics. And it is destroying the team. Let's platoon here. Let's platoon there. Let's never have a lineup 2 games in a row that's the same. They love Stephen Vogt because Stephen Vogt says whatever they want him to say, everything they want him to say. Our offense wasn't us tonight. That's what he needs to say when they score 5 runs or more, because that's not who they are. They are definitely a team. They are definitely themselves when they score 3 or less. They were shut out 3 times last week. They were outscored 41-17 last week. 20-11 by Toronto, where they managed to win a game. I have no idea how. And just bludgeoned by the St. Louis Cardinals, where they scored in 1 out of 27 innings. Got outscored by the Cardinals 21-6. 33 runs in the last 2 weeks, people. 33 runs in the last 2 weeks. They are not even averaging 3 runs a game. This is an historically bad offense. You can blame Stephen Vogt, the mouthpiece, but the blame has to squarely be placed on guys we've praised, but we cannot praise anymore until you cannot blame anyone for that. For Chris Cincinnati and Mike Chernoff. This is a disaster of their making. They turned this team into a light-hitting horror show like we are seeing right now. This is a horror show. I'm old enough to remember 1991. And this is very similar. Because you know what else they did in 1991 very well? Make errors. Walk guys. That is exactly what this Guardians team does. Oh, and give up home runs in the first inning. These are all bad recipes. These are all recipes for complete and total failure. This is a disaster right now, people. The problem is the front office doesn't think it is. The front office is going to continue to put that garbage out there that this isn't us. This isn't us. Our offense is good. We have a good offense. No, you don't have a good offense. You have a terrible offense. You have a terrible offense right now. Changes have got to be made. Why they're not being made is beyond me. It's beyond me. I hate to say it because I love Carlos Santana, but it was a bad move bringing him back. It was a bad move bringing him back. I don't know. Slade Zacconi's pitched well, but trading Josh Naylor looks like a terrible move right now. Horrible move. What about, let's see, how about that trade right before the season? March 22nd. Let's revisit that day. When, reportedly, Stephen Vogt called Will Brennan into the office in Goodyear and said, "Will, you made the team?" That was reportedly at 10 o'clock. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the front office destroyed the whole thing. I really honestly think this was the worst move of the offseason, the one I'm going to talk about right now. It was a disastrous move. It was a terrible move. When I heard about it, I knew right then this was a problem. It's going to cause problems. Look, they already traded away 2 good locker room guys, Andres Jimenez and Josh Naylor. Okay? So what do they do? What do they do on March 22nd? After they already tell Will Brennan, he made the team. Oh, they trade another good locker room guy. Tyler Freeman. They trade him to Colorado for Nolan Jones, a guy they got rid of 2 years earlier because he wasn't good enough. So let's fast forward 3 months. You small sample analytics geeks are trying to say that, oh, Nolan Jones is doing fine. Nolan Jones is doing fine. Yeah, he's doing fine. The last 7 days, Nolan Jones, the last 30 days, Nolan Jones has hit 211. Tyler Freeman has hit 378. By the way, those 30 days, that's June, where the Guardians only scored 72 runs. Okay. But hey, Tyler Freeman didn't hit for enough power, reportedly, is what I heard. You know, just because he was versatile and could play multiple positions, that didn't matter. When it usually matters a lot to them, that didn't matter. So what do we got? We got Nolan Jones, who supposedly hits for power. It's 82 games in, and he's got 3 home runs. Nolan Jones is not a power hitter. Nolan Jones is a guy that looks at the third strike more often than he doesn't. Nolan Jones is a guy that has 5 times the amount of strikeouts that Tyler Freeman has. The front office is 100% responsible for this disaster. This team that got to the ALCS last year and is now floundering horribly. 3rd worst record in baseball in June. But everything's okay. Our offense just wasn't ourselves tonight. That's what the front office puppet, Stephen Vogt, continues to say in post-game press conferences. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Another problem is Craig Albernace. He was part of that group in San Francisco that tried this exact same platooning garbage, and it failed. They had a good first year, and then it failed miserably. But they just want yes men. They drove the Hall of Fame manager out. They did. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. He'll never admit it. But they drove him out with their terrible moves. Why the hell did you trade Aaron Savali for Kyle Manzardo if you're not going to play him every day now? This platooning crap is bullshit. It's bullshit. Let's take a look at what's coming up. This is going to be ugly. This is going to be just as ugly, if not uglier. We got the Cubs going to Wrigley Field. That will be the not too friendly confines for your horrible Cleveland Guardians, and they're horrible right now. Let's not mince words. I'm the most positive Guardians person I know. But they're terrible right now. It's funny that it was the worst month run-wise since 1991, because I was thinking that over the weekend. This reminds me of 1991. It's terrible. It's terrible. This is terrible baseball. You can't catch it, and you can't hit it. You pitch pretty well, but other than that, you stink. And that's what they are right now. They're terrible. So you get go to Chicago. Let's go to Chicago. Play the Cubs. Oh, who, by the way, are in first place. Yeah, they're in first place. And they're 25-15 at home. Okay, they are. And they are a positive 104 in the run differential. Yeah. They're 4-6 in their last 10, but they see the cure coming, and that's the Cleveland Guardians. They've lost one in a row, but they know that will only last one game. And then you got those games are tomorrow at 8:05, then Wednesday at 8:05, and Thursday at 8:05. I thought there'd be a day game in there at Wrigley Field. Petey Crow Armstrong is probably licking his chops to face this team. And the Cubs pitching staff is probably like, good, we need some easy games. Seriously. This team is terrible right now. You can't. A lot of you millennials who will defend this garbage, most of you weren't even born or couldn't even walk the last time we had a June this bad. 2 years old. A lot of you. That's pitiful. This team is pitiful. It's a joke. I don't want to hear any excuses from this front office. That press conference the other day by Chris Antonetti. What a joke. What a total joke. I'm telling you, we are going down the same road as the Cleveland Browns with this joke of a team right now. With the bullshit excuses and throwing shit out there, hoping it sticks. And hoping the fan base is as dumb as the Browns fan base and believe anything you're telling them. It's pathetic. Guardians fans are smarter. They're not dumb like Browns fans. They're realizing how bad this team is. If you want to see attendance tank, don't make any moves. And the last 2 months, that place is going to be a mausoleum. I can't remember the last time I said to myself when the Guardians had an off day, I'm glad they don't play tonight. That's what I said to myself. Watch right now. It's too hard to watch. And when you hear that garbage come out of Stephen Vogt's mouth, we're just not us right now. Oh, my God, yes, you are. You're a terrible baseball club. That's who you are. You're not a good club. You're not a good team. You're a terrible team. And don't give me this crap, oh, everybody goes through stretches. No. A 9-16 month isn't a stretch. It's a long period. That's a month. 72 runs in 25 games? You're joking. It's not even 3 runs a game. That's horrible. That's horrible. It's just disgusting. So I don't know what to say. Like I said, they play the Cubs next at Wrigley, and then they come home to play the Tigers. And the way it looks like it's lined up here, I could be wrong, but the way it's lined up here, guess who they get in the opener? Oh, yeah. Yep. Tariq Skubal. Looks like he'll probably pitch Friday because he pitched yesterday. Yep. That should be fun. Skubal will probably get his first no-hitter. I would think. It's a good possibility. It's a good possibility. He may even throw a perfect game. But that game, Tariq Skubal's first no-hitter will be at 7:10 on Friday. I'm sure there'll be fireworks after. Those probably won't work either. They'll probably fizzle. And then Saturday night at 7:15. These are all home games. And then Sunday, to round out the sweep, will be at 1:40. But I'm going to just give my prediction now for the week, because I usually, I give my prediction, and I was too optimistic last week. And that's what gets me most of the time when I'm wrong. I'm too optimistic about this dumpster fire of a team right now. And right now it's a dumpster fire. Don't tell me it's not. I have defended this front office and this owner so many times in the past. Anybody that knows me knows it. But it's a joke right now. It is a complete and total joke. And the millennials can make up all their excuses all they want about, well, it's this says they're good. This says some obscure analytics crap ass number is not going to convince me that this team is good, because you know what I need? The eye test. And it tells me this team sucks. And changes have to be made. So when you talk about changes that have to be made, even though I like them, I feel like they have to get something or trade Santana at the deadline. And, I just think they have to trade him at the deadline and play Manzardo at first every day. Yeah, I know he had a 3-error game. It's a tough game, yeah. But play him there every day. I think he'll get better defensively. Remember, Santana wasn't great defensively, and now he's a Gold Glover. I'm not saying he's going to become Carlos Santana, but you never know. But we need his bat in the lineup every day. The Guardians need his bat in the lineup every day. I'm also trying to trade Lane Thomas if I can, and Nolan Jones. I DFA'd Nolan Jones, but you got to bring up Chase DeLauder and CJ Kafis. I'm sorry, you have to. You have to. You can't not do this. You can't. If you want to DH Manzardo, I don't know about David Fry either. He's beginning to worry me, and I know he's just coming back, but it's not like he missed a year. Okay? He played in the playoffs, so it's not like he's missed a ton of time. They're acting like he missed 3 years. But, of course, they love these excuses. They love to make excuses for their patheticness. But have Manzardo DH. Play Kafis at first. Put DeLauder in center. How about you bring up, John Kenzie Noel, who's hitting well in Columbus, who you gave no shot here because of your stupid platoon system. You make those moves, and I'll bet you this ship gets turned around. You don't make those moves, well, they're not going to only win 57 games because they already have 40. But they're going to have trouble getting to 70 with this current team. They are. So I'm going to make my prediction for the week. We'll be back here next Monday on July 7th. We'll review the week against the Cubs and the Tigers. And I am going to, for the first time, I am going to predict an 0-6 week for the Cleveland Guardians. They will not win a game this week. And hey, let's throw something else in there. Why not? We won't do it every week, but we'll throw it in there today. 6 games, Cubs, Tigers. Let's go with 15 runs. Okay? 15 runs. They'll score 15 runs this week. So that's what I got. And also they are 12 games worse than last season. So there's that too. I mean, we knew it was worse than last season, but it's at 12 now. It was 11 last week at this point, but now it's 12. So, but I think that's going to be it for this week. I think we've ranted and raved enough about this horrible baseball team. A shout out to the newest team in Cleveland, the new WNBA Cleveland basketball team. It's not called the Rockers. Well, they haven't unveiled the name yet. We don't know if it's going to be the Rockers, but you see that right behind me, the banner from the original Rockers when they won the Eastern Conference in 1998. But the WNBA announced that at 10 o'clock this morning that Cleveland's going to have a team in 2028. So hopefully that'll be better than this. Expansion teams are hard, but hopefully they'll be better than this current baseball team. So until next Monday, I will hope that the Guardians make some moves and play better. And we'll see you next week.